Alright, what up YouTube? It's a nice thing here back with another video. And I think this video is gonna be a little small video about a way to heal your inner child. I think that nobody I think it's very overlooked. I think that it's also very creative. I think spirituality is about using a lot of your imagination and creativity to evolve. I think that a lot of people, like if I'm being honest, a lot of the same stuff in spirituality is being spewed out, and I think that it's just time for things to be like new things to be found. I think it's time for people to really start trying to be creative with it and try to find something new. It's like everybody's spewing the same stuff, and it's hard for me to even watch content like that anymore because like everybody got the same stuff. Nobody creating nothing new. Everybody saying the same stuff about aliens, saying the same stuff about uh, the chakras. It's just like what's new, and it's not necessarily about new items. It's more about just new ideas and about people pushing the boundaries and people really using that, using that creative energy that they claim that they have, and not trying to come from nobody. But I think that's really what it is about. I think that, like I said, I know it's part of some aspect of spirituality is about conspiracy theory, but it's like literally it just gets to the point where you need to understand like all that stuff. It don't really matter. It's good to know, but where do it get you and helping yourself evolve and really start to learn and really grow yourself and develop. It's just to heal yourself. I think that a lot of people are like they got like this paralysis where they still stuck in trying to figure out why and why things are, and it's like at times, even like I said, it was a certain point in time when I was stuck in that, especially very early on, where I was just always like, damn, like it's interesting to know, but you're not doing any work. I think a lot of people like just to know about things, but they don't really want to do any work. I don't know what it is. I think that's similar to like the idea like people sharing goals or like what they want to be in life. It's like something in your brain make you feel good for knowing this stuff, but like I said, you're really not doing any progress or making any progress. And I know that's something that I dealt with, especially early on. But as I'm growing and learning and really starting to understand more, I think that it's time that people need to start really trying to push the boundaries. Uh, and I know it's gonna be hard to do. I know it's gonna be hard for me to do, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. That's one thing I can say. But YouTube is a broad place, and I know everybody and YouTube and the internet is period. Everybody trying to get their say in. Everybody want their opinion to be heard. Everybody wants to trailblaze. Everybody want to make their path known and make their self known. But I think it comes a point in time where people just got to get back down to like straight information and just being honest and being you know thoughtful and really just pushing boundaries. So it's something I never really heard about people doing, and I had this idea. Basically, I'm in this healing program. In my city, not even in my city, in the metro part of the city. Like people be like in Detroit when it's really just outside of Detroit. And this is a Ascension healing program, man. This is where I learned Reiki and stuff and energy healing, and of course, if you did Reiki or anybody that did any energy healing, well, this is like the fun, like the one of the prerequisites before I can get into the actual program that I'm paying for every month. Just to learn and be around like-minded people that's really helping me evolve and things like that. And it's like an inner circle where I can, confide in these people and just talk about my experiences on the spiritual path. And I like it a lot. It's honestly helping me a lot. But I'm stepping away from the main point. The main point was Reiki. I learned Reiki, or I learned how to do Reiki, and basically the whole program is basically teaching everybody how to be healers, and you can heal. First it's teaching you how to use Reiki, then you start to be able to they train you up to be able to become more intuitive and pick up messages and receive messages, so you can, really take your healing to the next level. Um, but this is for, of course, for me. It's just like what I'm about to speak about in this video is very like low level in a way. Not low level, but just very, you don't really need anything. I mean, of course, your imagination, like I said, but also just, the idea. I think that a lot of ways, I think everybody thinking like healing your inner child is, well, of course, we know the elaborate way. It's just any other way, just doing things that you love to do. Like, let's say, for example, you used to love drawing. Just start taking the time to draw and just be more compassionate to yourself. But I just think an energy healing way of healing yourself could be possibly, let's take one of the power symbols or one of the Reiki symbols, Hon Shazen Shonen. that symbol pervades all space and time. And this is something I never really heard. Maybe somebody did say it, but I think it's very creative. And just, you know, before you do a healing on you, just any, I think taking the time to really trying to heal your younger selves, you know. It's like the idea that all your younger, like, I think I talk about this a lot, is that every aspect of yourself lives inside of you all day, every day. The older you get, another year is added into like your aspects. And like I said, the programs, they be talking about this too. Like when we do like inner child healings, they invite all the aspects of myself. And I know this is not like nothing revolutionary or new, but I just wish it was talked about more in a way of trying to heal yourself. Is that just taking the time to really go and seeing like Reiki energy to like your younger and past selves, to even younger past selves, like going through trauma and things like that. Like me, for example, when I do that type of healing, I usually, well, me personally, I always tend to ponder on like just my life a lot and just my younger self. I think a lot of the times I feel like I'm multiple different people. I don't, I become unrecognizable to myself in a very scary, not scary way, but it's very, you know, shocking way. Like you said, you be growing up in a flash, in a blink of an eye, and it's quite interesting. But a way that I deal with my inner child trauma, I think that, like I said, my plan was to literally go through every age of myself, every age, every like good or positive moment, good or negative, I mean positive or negative moment, my bad. Good or negative, positive moment, really, you know, work through the trauma one thing at a time. Because I think a lot of people's problem is that I think that a lot of people's inner child problems are never really fixed, and they just keep going on about their life, and a lot of the inner child stuff keep coming back to, you know, to deal with them, you know, to mess with them. And I think that's something that even in my own mind I keep skipping. It's like I want to be spiritually great, but I don't have the patience for myself, right? I don't want to take it one step at a time. I don't want to start at the beginning and move forward. Like even now, like even in the program, just for like just another like as a side part, I'm a very spiritual person, but I have problems with like my lower three chakras. I mean that's understandable, right? Because I mean everybody down here you got problems with lower three chakras, but I'm always just very, my lower three chakras are always really out of balance, and a lot of that deal with just my own childhood trauma that I'm working through. So I think that Reiki and all this, and a lot of just using affirmations and these type of things will dramatically improve and help you with resolving all the trauma you dealt with in like a younger age. Now, of course, like I said, if you understand Reiki and just using your mind, you have to imagine yourself as that age and, you know, really facilitating the healing, reading all your chakras and really being able to pick up on the energy of your younger self. You can really do a lot of healing and just a lot of help to your younger self, and you can change in a way. Of course you can't change what happened to your younger self, but you can change the energy around what happened to you when you were younger and facilitate more healing. So excuse me. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. You know, like I said, I never heard nobody say that before, and maybe somebody did, maybe somebody, you know, like I said, it's just something that I think about and I try to do. I just want to bring more creativity and just thoughtfulness into this space. I don't want to just keep repeating the same stuff. I really don't want to keep, you know, just doing the same stuff that everybody else is doing. I mean, we get it. I just want to move. I just want to push boundaries. I think that's really what it is. So, and like I said, not a lot of people pushing boundaries. I know everybody trying to speak positive and motivate and all this stuff, but you know, it's like some things you gotta evolve and move forward. I mean, you can't just stay at the beginning point. You gotta really start to push your ideas out and really be more creative. I think I'm being pushed to be more creative anyway. Cause I'm just I just like that. Like I said, as a girl, just being creative. Like that's something that I long lost, and now I'm regaining it, and it feels good to have like your creative edge back, and finding ways to make life fun. I think that's one thing that's been lost, is that people don't know how to make their life fun, and they just so caught up in the daily 1-2 thing. Like me, I think that for a long time I couldn't. I mean, I always was a positive person. I can be able to, like I said, no matter if I don't like the job or not, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to laugh. I'm gonna find a way to make a joke. I'm gonna find a way to make, flip a situation. That's just how I am. It's sometimes when I don't happen to me, but most times I can do that. Like I can do that very well. But sometimes you just gotta learn how to. You gotta learn like to make life like your canvas, and you gotta really create. You gotta, you really gotta take your mind and use that as your paintbrush and really create some very powerful things that just show your love for life. And I think that's what I really want to do with this channel. I really want to do that with my life. Period. I want to do that with everything I can with my business. I want to do that with all I plan to do. Really, is I just want to make. I just want to spread as much love as possible, and I just want to teach, and I just want to express myself. But yeah, all in all, like I said, I got to start at the bottom first. So yeah, if y'all like the video, I'm going on extra points. But if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.